Hi, it's Terry here sharing another process video for Peartree Cutfiles. Today I'm using the Into the Wild Leaves cut file, which I've cut from white cardstock. I've also used the offset function to cut out some patterned paper to cover the back of all the leaves as well. So first off, I'm going to back the word wild using this patterned paper. This is an older crepe paper collection that I'm using. So I'm just drawing around each letter and then I'm going to cut it out using scissors. So I'm doing it as one whole piece as I find that's easier to stick down. So once that's cut out, I'm just going to back it to the cut file, just using a wet glue pen to draw around the word. I just find it easier than using a PVA style. And there we have the wild. So there is an inner section as well. So what I'm going to do is I've just drawn around that and I'm going to use my craft knife just to cut that out. I wouldn't always necessarily do that, but the way that the inner of the D is, it's got like a line to it, which is part of the leaf in the background. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add some black Indian ink to the words inter, because I really want them to pop off the background once I've done it. And as you can see from this cut file, because it's quite busy with the leaves, those scripty words do kind of fade a little bit into the background and they're not as easy to read. So I'm just using a small paintbrush and taking my time to actually paint the letters and trying not to overlap onto any of the leaf sections. So as you can see now, it's really popped off that background and you can really read those letters that you couldn't see before. So now I've got my offset background patterned paper and I'm just going to stick that down before adding some more paint to the leaves in the background. So again, I'm just going in with that glue pen and then I'm going to stick it down. So all these pattern papers are from the same collection, so they all coordinate. So now I'm going in each section of the leaf with the two different colours of pearl green watercolour paint. So I'm just kind of blending and mixing them as they go so they don't show up as one bold colour. They've got kind of variation in there. So I have sped this bit up and I've chopped some of it out because it does take me a while because because they're so detailed, these leaves, there's lots of different sections to it. And I think because of adding the paint, it does give the leaf a bit of a curl as it's dried, so they do really pop off the page and look like real leaves as much as they can do. So I'm just finishing off the painting now, and as you can see, it's really made a difference to that background. So I've got these two pictures of monkeys that I'm going to use, but first off I'm going to use the same patterned paper to create a frame for my layout. I've trimmed down some cardstock and I'm just going to add that on top, and then zip it around my sewing machine just to add a white stitched frame to hold everything in place. So there we have, so the kind of leaves on the frame kind of pull in the greens from the cut file background. So I'm going to use these two monkey photos from when I was away in India, and I've pulled out the sticker sheet and also these thickers that went with the collection, because I want to use some of the leaves from that. So these are two 3x4 photos, but I have actually overlapped the second one, the landscape one, and one of the monkeys is hidden, because that's how I want it to look and fit with this, with the top of the cut file. So I'm just adding a small section of the same pattern paper that I've used to back the words, just to kind of tie it all together. And now I'm just going through the sticker sheet looking at what things I can use, and I've pulled out these two older Bramble Fox perspectives as well, one that says OMG and one that's a little black camera. I've pulled out these glittery leaves as well, just to kind of extend the leaves up to tie in the photos. And now I'm adding those perspectives. So because it's such a bold title and large, there's not a huge amount of room for things to be put on this layout, so it's just small bits here and there. So I've added that explore perspective, and then I will add the ampersand sticker just to pull in a bit of different colour and tie in with the pinks that's in that background pattern paper. And I'm just going through looking at what other things I can add. So I'm going to pull in some more pink. And then dot a few heart stickers around. Another pink tab there just to kind of tie it all together. And it does just make that more of a focal point up there. So this is my layout completed. As you can see, I've added some journaling to the bottom about the fact that these monkeys were guarding the bank in Shimla when we were trying to change money. Check out the description below for all links to the products and social